So you have 7 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have 7 kids, 5 girls.
5 boys.
5 boys and 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
How many baby daddies you got?
6.
You got 6.
Because I ain't playing this shit. I'ma just be for real. No, because folks love to judge you on, oh, she got 6.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, I got 6 baby daddies, but I ain't playing with them either. And they respect me, and anything I ask them for, they gonna do it. I don't have to keep on calling and looking at, because people got 1 baby daddy.
They're not here right now, but so you have 7 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You have 7 kids, 5 girls.
5 boys.
5 boys and 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
How many baby daddies you got?
6.
You got 6.
Because I ain't playing this shit. I'ma just be for real. No, because folks love to judge you on, oh, she got 6.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, I got 6 baby daddies, but I ain't playing with them either. And they respect me, and anything I ask them for, they gonna do it. I don't have to keep on calling and looking at, because people got 1 baby daddy.
They're not here right now.
All right, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak, Wadash. I want to say and give double honor to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity, and for ruling well. Salutations to my fellow Akim, the hopeful elect, the elect. Lord willing, we part of the elect. All right, you men and you women who fear Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, I'm the brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another lesson. And this lesson was inspired by this video that you see right here in front of you. And I was just scrolling, and this is nothing more than confusion, right? This is an extreme example of things turned upside down, right? This ain't right. This ain't the way it's supposed to be, right? Salakia. Khan, this ain't the way things supposed to be. A woman should never have 6 baby daddies. But this tells you the whorish mentality and a whorish lifestyle that the women of our nation live, right? Hearing her say she had 7 kids by six different men, right? It drew parallel to when Yahweh Shai was cussing that woman he was talking to that woman at the well out, and he basically told her, like, she lied, and then she said she had a husband, but he said you had 7 husbands. You know what I'm saying? And then, then he went in and told her that, hey, she worshiped, but she don't know what she worshiped, for salvation of the Jews. Now, this woman is not a heathen, but she's an Israelite woman who's in a heathen mentality. And she's the man in this whole situation, right? Because things have been turned upside down. Women have been allowed to overcome and persuade and rule over men. Matter of fact, since we brought that out.
So you have 7 kids.
Since we brought that out, this is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, because the Lord's people are the men of Israel. It starts with the men of Israel. As for my people, children are their oppressors, right? And women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. And that's where you're going to end up dealing with these women. You're going to end up in error, especially when you allow them to lead you and rule over you, right? Because she has all this bravado. She got masculine energy all over her. She's talking about something, and they ain't going to play with her. When she call and ask for something, they going to give it to her, right? She basically ruling over these niggas, right? Basically she is ruling over these niggas. Why? Because she got the court system behind her, child support, right? She probably got she got that masculine energy about her, so she thinks she's a man, so she has authority over these men because of the children, right? This ain't supposed to be this fucking way, and the world will accept that. This is not that. All of this shit is confusion. Don't nobody know who's the baby daddy of those kids, right? If any of them dudes really are the child's father, right? Because I'm sure she ain't get a paternity test with every last one of them, right? But this world is set up backwards, right? A man's supposed to have more than one wife, man. A man is allowed, an Israelite man, we talking about Israelite men, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American men, you're allowed to have more than one wife. You're allowed to spread your seed amongst multiple women. You women, you ain't supposed to do that shit. First of all, that's confusion. And you playing a harlot, so all them children are fucking children of adulteress and adulterers, man. And guess what? They all gonna get put to death. You see? This shit is wicked. And you can thank Esau for this. See, Esau ain't got no problem with a Negro, a Latino, Native American woman having multiple men. But you got a problem with Israelite men having multiple women. And that shit is off. Right? I want to go to some of the comments because it was straight. Even these people say it's confusion. It says, I couldn't imagine sharing a baby mom with 5 other dudes. Yeah, that's confusion. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't deal with 6 different men. Well, why? Because it's confusion. Right? But see, they'll look at you wrong, like, oh, you got more than one wife, you got more than one woman, you going up, you wrong, something wrong with that. Well, we can't do that. No, it's order. That's order because look, if you have an Israelite man with 6 different wives, because I ain't calling nobody no baby mother, 6 different wives, right? And he got 6 children or 7 children with these 6 different women. Guess what? Everybody know where the seed come from. That man, right? Ain't no confusion in that. That's your daddy. That's your father, right? But you got a woman with 7 different children by 6 different men. That's confusion. They got different lines coming from different places. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Who's a heathen? One of them niggas or 2 or 3 of them could be heathens. You never know. It says I couldn't deal with 6 different men. No judgment, baby. My mother had 4 baby daddies, 1 hubby. That's confusion. And they all play a part in all 11 kids she's had. That's wicked. That's wicked. It's supposed to be the 6 wives playing a part in them children's lives and being wives to that man, to one man. It says no. It says nah. Anyway, you put it, 6 is an excessive number. What else? I saw another one. I'm gonna show you if I can find it. The dude has it. It says, just imagine the dudes who didn't impregnate her. Exactly. You ain't playing what? I guess the game's a safe game. And she not. Can you imagine dealing with 6 different people, families? Because that's what she got to do with. Just what she got to deal with. She got 6 different men and they own individual families. That's confusion, my nigga. And she's proud about it. She's proud. She in the role of a man. And she proud about it. Right? But this shit ain't supposed to be this way. But this is what gets exalted in this world. That's why 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you gonna get put to fucking death out here, bro. You, your children, your women, everybody's going, bro. Because niggas ain't right, man. This is confusion, and the Most High said he's not the author of confusion. Women bring confusion. Right? See, this is allowable. Now, what if you had a man sitting up here, proud about, hey, I got 6 baby moms, right? Yeah, and they do what I tell them to do. Right? Everybody has something to say. Well, nobody be exalting that, but at least all 6 of them kids know who their fucking father is, where he come from. Right? But this world teach the woman to be against that. Right? They teach the woman to, oh no, if I can't have him, nobody can have him. That shit is off, bruh. That's what Isaiah chapter 29 verse 16, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's what Esau says about the Most High. He says that the Heavenly Father's order is null and void. He ain't had no understanding when he made that. But in the ancient world, and we going back to the ancient way of things, doing things, man. Right? We going back to that. When Yahushua comes back, we going right back to how we did things in the ancient world, bro. Following the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahushua, and things is in order. Right? I'm going to give you an example, and I'll always bring this article out. This is from the Bible Odyssey. It says wedding and marriage traditions in ancient Israel, right? And I'll scroll right here. It says the relationship between husband and wives was not equal, right? Because in this world, they make it seem that the relationship between a man and a woman has to be equal. 50-50, 100-0, 60-40, 70-30, right? But it's not that case. What he could do, I could do. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. That type of mentality, absolutely not. Right? Absolutely not. The relationship between husband and wives, it says husbands and wives was not equal in the ancient Near East, including Israel. Baal, one of the Hebrew words for husband, also meant Lord. And right, these bitches ain't calling us lords, not in sincerity and in truth, not because they respect our position that Yahweh Shai gave us. Right? The woman is not the head of the man. Right? The woman she's the body. She follows, man. The Lord gave an order, but in this world, the woman is the head of the man. The scripture said about many men, there be many men that have gone out of their wits and become servants for a woman's sake, man. Right? The only time motherfuckers respect a man in this world is if he have a resemblance of power, meaning if he got some so-called money, and even then they don't respect him because they taking it. But if he got some type of extreme wealth, right, where the woman ain't got to worry about nothing, she got servants and slaves that tend to her, and she can sit on her ass and live in luxury, then you bitches will accept it. But no, you bitches gonna accept it whether a man got money or if he fucking broke. It don't fucking matter. You women have a role, a position to play. Especially you so-called black, West Indian, Haitian, Latino, Native American women, man. You fucking out of order. Right? The relationship between husband and wives was not equal in the ancient Near East, including Israel. Baal, one of the Hebrew words for husband, also meant Lord or master. And men had life and death power over women in the case of adultery. Right, you got this bitch, she should have got put to death a long time ago. It would have stopped that adultery spirit that she got on her. Right? Just because you feel a certain type of way, you got offended by your man, he ain't doing right by you, I can just go do what I want to do. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, the fuck you can't. Right? Husbands, I'm sorry, it's like and husband also meant Lord and master, and men had life and death power over women in the case of adultery. Right, and we about to get into it. Let me keep reading. Right, it says, which in ancient Israel involved a woman having sex outside of her marriage. So, because a woman is espoused to one man. It don't matter how many of them they are espoused to that one man. So if she lays with another man, that's adultery. Which in ancient Israel involved a woman having sex outside of her marriage, or a man having sex with another man's wife. That's exalted in this world. You got these niggas probably was friends or buddies, and he popped her, so then he got her knocked up. Now he want to pop her, right? But that's another. This bitch is another man's wife, and I'm sure that she had like one of the comments said. It said, just imagine the dudes who didn't impregnate her, man. All the niggas that ran through this bitch, right? And they should be put to death, right? Because that's how it works. A woman having sex outside of her marriage, or a man having sex with another man's wife. Men, though, could have multiple wives. Women could not have multiple husbands. That's confusion. That's heathenistic. Men, though, could have multiple wives and concubines and were allowed to go to prostitutes. Thus, monogamy was a one-way street in this culture, and that's what they hate. Right? In this world, they tell you that if it's fair for them, I could do it. No, you can't. Monogamy is a one-way street, and only women walk down it. That's order. Because if you have one man and he has 6 wives or 6 wives and 7 children by these wives, guess what? Everybody know who to go to for that order. Everybody know who to go to for that seed line. Right? Sarah didn't have 2 and 3 husbands. She had one husband, Abraham. She had a handmaid. She gave that handmaid to Abraham to impregnate, thus making that woman Hagar a concubine. And in this world, you got Israelite groups talking about, oh, you only can have one wife. You ain't a real man unless you have one wife. That monogamy shit ain't never been cool, and it definitely don't come from our culture. Right? Now, you do things in order. I ain't saying you should just go out there and impregnate all these fucking women and just have them out there. No, because you got to take care of them motherfuckers. There's responsibility comes behind that. But that's besides the point. We talking about this shit. This bitch is proud. She proud. She's a man. That's why the scripture says, Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? The daughter of Israel represents the men of Israel. When you say the daughters of Israel, it represents the females of our people. But it's talking about the men. For the Lord have created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And that's what you have going now. You have women compassing men. You got women now, they got multiple baby daddies, and it's a common thing amongst you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. That shit is common. People look at that shit like it's normal. You go to the other nations, they ain't going through that shit. Salakia. Yeah. Yeah, you go to these other nations, they ain't going through that shit. And that's why the apostles and the bishop elders always telling us, hey, leave a nigga woman alone, bro. Right? Because this kind of behavior should never be exalted. This kind of mentality should never be exalted. This shit is confusion. Right? And these hoes don't give a fuck, bro. Right? Bitch named P Money. Right? She's playing the role of a man. That's out of order. Right? That's out of order. Again, in this article, it says, men, though, could have multiple wives and concubines. And in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have multiple wives. And we're going to have concubines. Right? And we're going to have children by all these women. All them women. The Israelite women that are our wives and the concubines that are not our wives. Well, not our full-fledged wife. She's going to be a lesser wife. Because she ain't going to be able to deal with another man either. She only going to be able to deal with that Israelite Lord, that king, that man. That's it. Thus, men, though, could have multiple wives and concubines and were allowed to go to prostitutes. Thus, monogamy was a one-way street. Niggas got a problem with that. Oh, you go to prostitutes, y'all got prostitutes. They say you can move. Well, that was part of our culture. This having women with multiple baby fathers or daddies, that shit is whack, man. When you even think about the term baby daddy, it just sounds so low vibration. And that show you the mentality of Jake. They hella low vibration. And women have compassed the man. And it's a new thing in the earth. Right? I had another precept. This is I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, man. This shit, I watched this shit, man. And this shit just pissed me off, man. And it's commonplace amongst Jake. Right? They not playing with her either. Yeah, she talking about they don't play with me and they ain't playing with her. I just want to know what she not playing about exactly. Contraception, she ain't playing. Yeah, because she just let anybody bust in her pussy and spit out a baby. I couldn't imagine sharing a baby moms with 5 other men. Like, she ain't playing for keeps, sadly. Exactly. Nope. They be playing in that taco. And then they come out with that fucking them babies, and now she ruling over these niggas for 18 whole years, man. And she ain't doing nothing but bringing up a bunch of fucking ignorant ass nigglets, man. She ain't bringing up nobody that's gonna be useful for society, man. I couldn't deal with 6 different men. That's proper. Because you ain't supposed to deal with 6 different men. Plus they families. Right? No judgment, baby. And they always talk about no judgment. Nah, anyway you put it, 6 is an excessive number. My 2 not that bad, I guess. Yeah, that's still confusion. Wickedness, man. Definitely ain't no flex. You definitely played right. And with the nigga woman, any type of attention is a flex, man. With the nigga woman, long as you giving her attention, doesn't matter if it's positive, if it's negative, long as it's attention, she's gonna be she's with it. She don't even realize that having all those baby fathers is not a good thing. And you can't tell her nothing because she's about her money, right? It's all about money. Lovers of money in themselves, man. Right? That's what these niggas are all about is money and the things that money could get you. Right? Attention, so-called fame. Right? This shit ain't no flex, man. And anybody with sense could tell you that it ain't no flex, man. This shit is confusion and it's disgusting. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. It's deplorable. And Jake we weren't set up to be degenerate plants. Right? The Lord created us to be are noble people, man. Jeremiah 2:21. Right? Yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? Right? Because the Lord, when he look at you niggas, you don't represent the Israel that Yahweh Bashemal Shah created. Right? You represent a degenerate wild olive tree, man. This bitch got a fucking weave on her head, fake ass jewelry on her body, you know, and hair ain't hers, eyelashes ain't hers. Take all that shit off. She's ugly. This ugly bald-headed beast got 6 simple ass niggas to bust up in her and to keep children by them, and raise children by them, right? And then the bitch got the audacity to be proud about it, man. Yeah, and they do what I tell them to do, right? But yet a man has multiple wives with and multiple children. There's something wrong with him. He's wrong. He out of order. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is like, but hey, like the scripture said, the Lord told the angel, put a mark on the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Ezekiel, what's that? Ezekiel 3 and 9. Let me get that real quick. Ezekiel chapter 3 and 4 verse 9. 4 and 9. Right? 4 and 9 says what? Nah. Ezekiel 3. Nah, Salakia. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 9 and 4, Salakia. Ezekiel 9 and 4 says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. In the NLT it says, and he said to him, walk through the streets of Jerusalem and put a mark on the foreheads of all who weep and sigh because of the detestable sins being committed in their city. And this is a sin, man. And it's detestable, man. And we complaining about this shit, bruh. You know? This shit ain't cool at all, man. But this shit is so common amongst Jake. These women don't want to have one man. They want a roster. This bitch got a fucking football team, a basketball starting. She got a whole fucking starting lineup right there, plus a bench. You know? She got a whole basketball starting 5 plus 2 replaceables, man. And a 6 man. You see? And this shit is demonic, man. This shit is demonic. And these bitches talk, oh, you don't like to be, they judge you because you got 6 baby daddies. And she got proud. You supposed to be judged for that shit. Bitch, you out of order. You out of line. Right? But y'all don't want to go back to the old way. Y'all want this way. Niggas love it here. I got a video coming right after this, man. Lord willing, man. You niggas love it here. These niggas love America. These niggas love Babylon. They love perverseness. Right? They love oppression. These niggas love to be oppressed, man. Talking about some, oh, we need to get compensation for our oppression and all this other shit. You niggas love being oppressed. Don't nobody love being oppressed more than a nigga, man. Niggas love oppression, man. And that's why the oppression gonna destroy you. This is the book Isaiah chapter 30 verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. And that's what niggas love. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. Because you despise what I tell you, when what we telling you is the truth. These words are Yahweh Bashemal Shai's words, not our words. Because you despise what I tell you and trust instead in oppression and lies, man. And that's what this shit is. This shit is oppression and lies, because I guarantee you one of them niggas ain't really biologically related to them kids, man. Right? And the bitch don't want to hear the correction, because niggas know it's wrong. But then they that's when they start doing shit like this.
You own all she got. She.
How many baby dads she got?
6.
You got 6.
Cause I ain't playing this shit. I'ma just be for real. No, because folks love to judge you on all she got seeds.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, I got 6 baby daddies, but I ain't playing with them either. And they respect me and anything
this
I
is a ghetto bitch. This is a ghetto demon. This is a ghetto monster, yo. This is a ghetto fucking monster, bro. And her conclusion is that at least she can get whatever she want from these 6 men. And some women got one daddy, can't get nothing. And bitch, it's still confusion. Right? Because you can get something temporarily. She that living from pleasure while she live is dead. She that living from pleasure is dead while she liveth, man. And again, Jake do not want to hear the right thing. And that's why you can tell her spirit was vexed by the fact that she knows that she's frowned upon. Right? Some people like to judge you and say you got 6 baby daddies. She was like, and it's just because you get serious about your wickedness, it don't matter, bitch. You can't justify that shit. The shit is out of order any way you fucking stretch it by any form of the imagination, man. That's why you niggas gonna die. Yahweh Shah is about to kill you niggas, destroy you niggas fucking the way that you ain't never seen before, bro. Yahweh Shah about to bring his judgment and his wrath on Jake, man. It's well deserved. You niggas need it. This place gotta go. You niggas need a hard reset. And a lot of you bitches in America, you are not coming out of here. You're not coming out of here alive. A lot of you bitches gonna die here. A lot of you so-called black, West Indian, Haitian, Latino, Native American women, Israelite women on this side, even the ones that look like the other nations, you are gonna die in America, bro. Yahweh Shah is gonna get rid of your ass, man. A hard fucking reset. You and your little nigglets, man. Hey, shalom.